Three models, same organ, the heart. But look closely. They are not three versions of the same thing. They do completely different jobs. The first tells you what the heart looks like. The second shows you how it pumps. The third shows blood traveling the whole body and back. So here is today's question. A model is not one thing. There is a whole family of them. And a good teacher knows which kind to reach for and when. Teachers often think all models are alike. A model is just a model. They are not. They form a ladder, and each level is more alive than the one below it. At the very bottom, a model just shows you what something is. Climb a level and it works. Climb again and it changes over time. Higher still, you can change it, and at the top, it runs by its own rules and shows you a pattern you did not expect. Here is the powerful part. Each level answers a different question. So choosing a model is not about picking the fanciest one. It's about knowing which question you want your students to walk away with. Let us climb the ladder. Level 1, static. The question, what is it? How are the parts arranged? A clay cell, a model flower, a molded heart. Nothing moves, and that's fine because the job is structure, where things are and what they are called. Level 2, functional. The question shifts to how does it work? Now, the model does something. Our balloon in a bottle lungs from last video, a hydraulic arm, a volcano that actually erupts. You have stopped showing the parts and started showing the mechanism. Level 3, dynamic. The question, how does it change over time? The solar system turning, food chain passing energy along, blood circulation. These show a process unfolding, something a still picture can never hold. Level 4, interactive. The question becomes personal. What happens if I change this? An electric circuit you rewire, a DNA model that unzips, digestive tract you push food through. The learner is not watching, they are operating, predicting, and testing. And the level 5, simulation, the highest level. What patterns emerge from the rules? Population growth, an ecosystem finding balance, water filtering through layers. You set a simple rules going, and a pattern appears that nobody drew by hand. This is where models start to surprise you. Now watch one concept climb the whole ladder. The heart. A static. A clay heart. It answers, what does it look like? Where are the chambers? Perfect for naming parts. But ask it how the heart pumps and it just sits there. Functional. A squeeze bulb becomes the ventricle. Two simple balls guard the way in and the way out. Squeeze, water is pushed out the exit valve. Release, water is drawn in through the entry valve while the exit stays closed. Suddenly, the big idea appears. The heart pumps in one direction because of walls. That is the concept the clay heart could never show. Dynamic. One more level. Connect the pump to a closed loop. Heart to a body. Back to the lungs. And back to the heart. Red water, blue water. Going round and round. Now you see circulation. The double journey unfolding over time. Interactive. Top level for us. hand it to the learner. Pump faster, that is a racing heart during exercise. Now disable one ball and pump. Water sloshes backward. In one move, they have discovered why walls matter by breaking one. And the fifth level? Honestly, a single heart doesn't have a natural simulation. And that is important lesson in itself. Not every concept climbs every level. Forcing one would be very dishonest. Simulation belongs to the concepts like populations, ecosystems, where a pattern emerges from many parts. Match the level to the concept, never the other way around. Now it's your turn. And here is the twist. Every group gets a different model and a different level to climb to. So when we regroup, the room will have discovered the same move applied 4 different ways. Take your static model and climb it at least one level. Add function, motion, or a control the learner can operate. Cheap materials only. One warning before we finish. Climbing the ladder is not the goal. Higher is not automatically better. If your students need to name the chambers of the heart, a still labeled clay heart is the perfect tool. Full simulation would just get in the way. You have to know where the parts are before it makes any sense to watch them move. So don't chase interactive because it sounds impressive. Go back to our master test from the last video. What is the purpose? Purpose first. The question you are teaching tells you which level to stand on. Climb only when the question demands it. So you leave with two tools. One, a ladder to place any model on the moment you see it. Is this static, functional, dynamic, interactive, or a simulation? And two, a move to climb it. Add a function, add time, add a control, and so on. But climbing needs ideas, and good ideas don't arrive by accident. In the next video, we borrow a tool from designers and engineers called Scamper, a reliable way to generate a dozen ways to improve or climb any model before you build a single thing.